the citizens, they fuse together and compose the state. Are you understanding this? The state actually means it is the notion for whom? For the citizens. So all the citizens, they are members of the political community of the state. Keep this in mind. It means they only have the right to vote and become members in the legislative assemblies and parliament. Do you get that? Can a foreigner come here and cast his vote? No. Do you get it? What is this citizenship? Actually, citizenship is a status. It is a status which is conferred by law. It means it is a status which is given to you by law. That law could be constitutional law. Law could also be the law of the parliament. Got it? So what is citizenship? It is a status conferred by law. This law could be constitutional law or the ordinary law of the parliament. And this law then defines the relationship between the state and the person over whom such status has been conferred. Got it? So what is citizenship? Citizenship is actually, it is a status which is conferred upon a particular person by a law. That law could be either constitutional law, that law could either be ordinary law of the land. The point is that this status then defines the relationship that will exist between the person and the state. Now, what do we mean by this word relationship between the person and the state? Now, see here. The state takes some responsibilities about the person. And what are these responsibilities? That the state will protect the person. All states' primary duty is to protect their citizens. So the first pledge which the state takes is the state will protect the citizen. Then the state also confers some civil liberties to the citizens. Some of the fundamental rights are available only to the citizens. They are not available to non-citizens, right? And on the other hand, the person takes certain pledges. What is the pledge? First, that I will owe allegiance to the state. Second, it will be my duty to ensure that there is proper unity, integrity, sovereignty, security of the state, and I will always work in the direction that will enhance the prestige and dignity of the state. Do you understand that? Now, the rights that are conferred by the Constitution on citizens and also by Citizenship Acts on citizens, these rights are often denied to non-citizens. Now, non-citizens are also known as aliens. इसका मतलब वो नहीं है who are extraterrestrial beings. Aliens in political science simply means one who is not a citizen. Do you understand that? Now, the word citizen, can you understand that the root word here is city? But there are so many people who live in villages as well. Then why we are using this word citizen? Is this an indication that everybody is living in city or should live in city? Is that an indication towards that? No. So why we are using this word? Because in the olden times, there were no nation states. In the olden times, there were city states. Like Athens was a city state, Sparta, city state. Do you understand that? So that's why from those times, the people who were living in those city states have been called as citizens. इसलिए हिंदी में भी आप देखोगे क्या बोला जाता है? नागरिक. पर गांव में भी तो लोग रहते हैं. हर कोई नगर में थोड़ी ना रहता है. Do you get it? So what is citizenship? Citizenship is a status which is conferred by law, and it defines the relationship between state and the person upon whom the status has been conferred, right? And this indicates two things. First, what kind of protection and civil liberties the citizen will enjoy under the patronage of the state. And secondly, what will be the duties that the person will perform in relation to the state. Do you get it? This is what is defined in citizenship. Now, to all those to whom this status is not conferred are known as aliens. Aliens are simply no one but non-citizens. Now, aliens are of two types. Aliens are friendly aliens as well as enemy aliens. Friendly aliens are foreigners or citizens of those countries with which India has good relations or friendly relations, whereas enemy aliens would be those with whom India is at war. Do you understand that? The citizens of those countries, the warring countries with India, they will be enemy aliens for us. Do you get that? But remember this thing, that even an Indian citizen may become an enemy alien if that person actively cooperates with the enemy, trades with the enemy, or does anything which is prejudicial to the security or safety of Indians. Do you get that? So even an Indian citizen may become an enemy alien. Do you get that? So I hope the idea is clear to each and everyone. So what is citizenship? It is a status conferred by law. This law could be either constitutional law or ordinary law. In India's case, it is both, because Article 5 to 8 only tell us who will be citizens of India at the time of commencement of the Constitution. Commencement of the Constitution means 26th of January 1950. उस date पे कौन citizen होगा, बस Constitution यही बताता है. Then Article 11 gives all powers to the Parliament to make citizenship laws for the future. Parliament has enacted that power, and Parliament has carried out its legislation in that regard and framed the law called Citizenship Act 1955, which was recently amended in 2019 as the Citizenship Amendment Act. Do you understand that? And this law, or this status rather, which is conferred by the law, it defines the relationship between the state and the citizen. Do you get that? Or the person upon whom this special status has been conferred. It highlights that what will be the rights, what will be the protection that the person will enjoy. On the other hand, it also tells us that what will be the duties of the person with respect to the state. Got it? And to all those who are denied of this status are known as aliens. Aliens again are branded into two categories, friendly and enemy. In fact, friendly aliens are given some privileges. Enemy aliens are put under liabilities. Do you get that? So some of the fundamental rights, say for example, are not allowed to the aliens, and enemy aliens are further put under certain obligations. Do you get that? Enemy alien doesn't mean a person who is the citizen of a country which is at war with India. Enemy alien also means even an Indian citizen who is cooperating with the enemy becomes an enemy alien immediately. And citizenship is not a guarantee upon you, because there are also ways by which you may lose your citizenship. Like say for example, if you take the citizenship of any other country, you will immediately lose the citizenship of India. Why? Because India holds that you should only have one citizenship, and we do not have multiple citizenships as well as dual citizenships. Dual citizenship means citizenship of center as well as state, and multiple citizenship means citizenship of different countries. Like if you look at Pakistan for that matter, they allow multiple citizenship. So all the prime ministers of Pakistan are also citizens of Britain. Do you know this? तो अगर कहीं भी कुछ ऐसा conflict of interest होगा कि नहीं? Because जिधर ज़्यादा फायदा होगा उधर निकल जाएंगे. Yes, army generals are also. But in India, you see that we have only single citizenship. Why? Because we have preferred the ideal of unity and integrity. Got it? The citizens, they fuse together and compose the state. Are you understanding this? The state actually means it is the notion for whom? For the citizens. So all the citizens, they are members of the political community of the state. Keep this in mind. It means they only have the right to vote and become members in the legislative assemblies and parliament. Do you get that? Can a foreigner come here and cast his vote? No. Do you get it? Okay, tell me one thing. Is the citizen and his or her livelihood, is it the duty of the state to ensure that that citizen has a good life and a good livelihood? Similarly, is it not the duty of the citizen that the prestige of the country should never be compromised? Are all the rights denied to aliens? Like say for example, if a foreigner comes to this land, can he undertake his religious duties, if there are any? Can he go to a temple, a church, a mosque, etc.? Yes. So it means not all the civil liberties are available to the aliens. Some of them may be. Do you get that? So put a comma and write, aliens do not enjoy all of them. Aliens do not enjoy all of them. Next point, you write, citizens are members. Citizens are members of the political community. Of the political community to which they belong. Are members of the political community to which they belong. They form the state. They form the state. Put a semicolon. They are the people who compose the state. They are the people who compose the state. Right? Now drop your pen. Look here. The question of citizenship was a very important question during the formation of the Indian Constitution. In the Constituent Assembly, all the leaders, they were too much interested in highlighting the law of citizenship post the commencement of the Constitution. Like remember, state reorganization was a major topic. Similarly, citizenship was also a major topic. Why? Because remember, at that time, who are there in the country? All those people who have faced, say, decades of exploitation at the hands of a foreign government, and now they are breathing for the first time in their own country in free air, and therefore they would require what? Some rights and privileges for themselves. So it was decided by the Constituent Assembly that let us give certain rights only to the citizens and deny them to the aliens or non-citizens. In fact, the enemy aliens have been placed under certain obligations as well. Do you get that? But you know that all things that may happen in the future cannot be conceived at that point in time in history, because you cannot conceive everything what is going to happen in future. क्या आज आप बता सकते हो कि 2055 में क्या होने वाला है? So that's why the makers of the Indian Constitution were smart enough. They said that we are only highlighting that who will be citizens at the time of commencement of the Constitution, and rest everything else for future purposes shall be regulated by law, and Parliament will be the source of that law. Do you get that? That is what the makers of the Indian Constitution highlighted.